Clear how much it means to those on the pitch and off it, judging by those national anthems. Of course, they won't be going home with the gold, but the bronze, not a bad consolation, especially with that spot in the Olympics. And well, Baolara Alou Diallo, Mali head coach, has chosen a 4-2-3-1 formation to try and see them there. Lassine Diarra retains his spot in the Mali goal. Back four, it's pretty consistent throughout the tournament. Diomande, Diallo, Cisse and Doucouré. Diombu and, I would imagine, Boubacar Traoré will be the defensive midfield too. The official team sheet has Koli Sako in one of those spots, but I think he'll be in a more attacking role alongside Brahima Diarra, Mamadou Songare and Al Hassan Tombura gets a start. He scored a sub on match day 1. Koli Sako also coming in to the starting 11. Officials tonight: Gamou Youssef, Algerian referee, his assistant Adel Aban, Wael Hanashi, and the fourth official Adalbert Diouf. The two captains meeting in the middle for the pre-match admin, the two number 8s, Boubacar Traoré and Ibrahima Fofana. The former will be looking to put a missed penalty in that semi-final shootout behind him, make amends. We'll see if we have any penalties decided by VAR. It is in operation if required, if called upon. We shall see. As for Guinea, Moulay Cisse, the man in the dugout, he has seemingly chosen a 4-3-3. So differing formations for the two sides. See how they face off, of course, to see exactly how they line up once they get going. Sometimes they do like to keep the opposition and therefore us guessing with their team sheets. Certainly though, Mori Keita is just 17 years old in goal. Ulari, Kamara, Suma and another Kamara, that is Mohamed and Nabi respectively in the back four. Seydou Cisse, Fofana the captain, and Agibou Kamara in midfield, and Al-Ghassim Ba flanked by Salifou Souma and Momo Cisse. Great atmosphere, I should say, inside the stadium. It is on fire. It's pretty hot. Nice conditions overall, though, for a game of football. I hope we'll have one to match. Final moments now, and the referee does blow the whistle, and away we go in Tangier. Third place match at this year's TotalEnergies CAF Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations. Mali take on Guinea, looking for the bronze medal and a confirmed spot at next year's Olympic Games. Plenty up for grabs in this penultimate game of the tournament. Sometimes the third place playoff, the bronze medal match, whatever you choose to call it, is seen as something of a dead rubber in tournaments. Two teams who've come so close, nearly got to the final, some so close to glory. Do they really want commemoration and the irony of a third place finish? Well, no question about that on this occasion. Aside from getting that bronze medal, that spot in the Olympics was a lot. It was chosen as an official goal for many of the teams coming into the match. They all mentioned the Olympics, of course, looking to win the tournament outright. But certainly some of the smaller nations, not so much those like the hosts, Morocco, and the holders, Egypt, were looking to secure a spot in the Olympics, and then anything beyond that would be a bonus. Well, Mali not not quite as experienced and decorated as Morocco and Egypt, perhaps. They may have harboured hopes of going all the way, and they were just a few penalties away from a spot in the final, but now they can take it to Guinea and claim some redemption with an Olympic spot. They're a little more experienced in this tournament than Guinea. Qualified for the 2 previous tournaments, failed to progress past the group stages, losing out to Algeria and Nigeria in the former, despite picking up 3 points and losing all 3 games in 2019 against Egypt, Ghana and Cameroon. So they've done well to make it to the knockouts for the first time. They have, though, been to the Olympics once before. That was Athens 2004. They finished 5th there, not a bad account for themselves. Beaten 1-0 in the quarterfinals by the eventual bronze medalists, Italy. Now just 90 minutes from a second shot at Olympic glory. Guinea would be going for their first ever appearance in the Olympic Games. The football side, of course, that is. This was their first successful qualification for this tournament. They failed to qualify in 2011 and 2019, failed to enter 2015. So a very good first showing from Guinea to get all the way to the semis, and potentially the Olympics. As for the first showings in this game, it's been fairly even, both sides figuring each other out. 2 coaches watching on. Moulay Cissé there. We saw Balara Diallo a little earlier. They'll look for a confident start from their 2 sets of young players. They've found their feet in this tournament now, but I'm sure requiring a few reassuring touches early on to settle those nerves. It is still a big game, this. Maybe not as nervy as the semi-final, but they know what's at stake here. They want to go to the Olympics, I'm sure. Diomande rushing down that right wing. His left fullback earlier in the competition seems to have traded roles with Fodé Doucouré. He was one to miss one of those crucial penalties, as was the other man we just saw there who committed the foul, his captain, Boubacar Traoré. Traoré missed the first penalty, striking the bar in that semi-final shootout. And Ahmed Diomande missed the final penalty, also hitting the crossbar. So close, yet so far. They'll look to put that right this evening. Follow along with the hashtag you saw flash up. TotalEnergies AFCONU23. Should be a good match, we hope. These sides produce some great football throughout the tournament. And now with the pressure off a little in terms of either side reaching their first ever final, which unfortunately they didn't quite manage. Maybe with more freedom to play with, express themselves as they hunt for that Olympic spot. Diomande ushered out beyond the sidelines. Looking to play their way out from the back here. Have managed to, one way or another, with a goal kick. It's so popular. It's been noticeable in this tournament as well, but of course, all across world football, playing out from the back, as popular as ever. Such a challenge for the defenders and the goalkeepers. It's no longer a case of being solid in the air, or for the keepers, of course, just being good shot stoppers. Everyone needs to be able to control the ball, be comfortable with the ball at their feet, in possession, picking passes. Not a good example of what not to do. Amadou Diallo with a wayward pass, given away. This will go all the way back to Murray Keita, Guinea keeper in the end. I'll have to correct myself. I expected Coli Sacco to be playing in a more advanced role. So substitute, he had been coming on and mostly playing down the wings. He is, as per the team sheet, seemingly in that midfield too with Traore. Ball forwards for Bar. Comes to nothing in the end. Will be a free kick for Mali. Quite a slow start to the game. We saw some burst into life instantly in this tournament. Particularly Mali. The tournament burst into life, giving away a penalty within 45 seconds. The first whistle. That was against Gabon in the opener. They fought back impressively there. Mamadou Sangare, who is the number 10 again today, equalised with a penalty. Then checking the Doumbia, who was the number 9. He's started on the subs bench on this occasion. Dropped for Tombura. Completed the turnaround. It was Tombura who got the third. Now, can Guinea get there first? Nice idea, the ball in from Momo Cisse. Going for the flick there, but didn't quite come off. But another chance, maybe, to get it into the danger zone. And a missed kick, I think, there, indeed, from Suma. Disappointing. Those in the middle, waiting patiently. Right idea there, the flick from Bar. But Diallo, wise to it, staying tight to his man. And blocking that flick before it even got to Lassine Diarra behind him. The closest we've come to a clear-cut chance so far. 10 minutes in. Cisse forwards. Distinctive. Blonde topped head of Salifou Suma, comfortable on the ball, holding on to it, trying to shift the play out, but decision in the end going the way of Mali. Cisse into the back of Diomande. Fullback maybe going down a little easily, but within his rights. Of course, forcing a decision from the referee if you are doing that. Now, Mali stretching their legs. Attempt from Sangare to put the ball in. Bit of space here though. Now the Guinea have broken away. Here's Suma. Squares up his man. Waits, picks out. Through camera. Burst of pace from Momo Cisse. I think that decision will go the way of Mali again. Good tracking by Diomande. The final touch coming off the Guinean. Good tackle from the 20-year-old. Plenty of options on the bench for both sides. They'll be looking to feature later on. Use their fresh legs to their advantage. Songari, fancy feet. No end product on that occasion. Oh, he's getting in trouble there. Saved in the end by his keeper there, Mohamed Camara. Keita rushing out. But Camara just took a little too long, and Brahima Diarra tried to pounce. Heavy touch. The keeper commendably reacting the quickest. Beating both outfield players to the ball, just getting a fingertip on it and then getting his legs knocked by Diarra. Still looking for their first clean sheet of the competition, Guinea, despite having got all this way. It's not to say Mori Keita hasn't had an impressive tournament at just 17 years of age, one of the youngest players in the competition, youngest on the pitch. As things stand today, he's played every minute. And for the most part, whilst he hasn't got a clean sheet yet, hasn't conceded many. Of course, we said that 98th minute painful penalty against the hosts in the opener, Morocco. Not much you could do there against two penalties. Just conceding the one as they beat Congo 3-1 next time out. And then the 1-1 draw was all they needed to beat Ghana to the spot in the final four. And of course, that 1-0 loss to the holders Egypt. Finding its way one way or another forwards for Mali to Boubacar Traoré. Offside flag there up against Diarra. And the right decision by the assistant. No need to let that attack play out. That is the advice given to linesmen now when it's, or lineswomen, when it's a case of a very close call. See how the attack plays out and allow VAR to potentially intervene later on. That was a clear enough call for the assistant. Certain on that occasion. I've seen VAR get involved a few times. Fairly importantly, over the course of the competition. It was very much involved in Mali's turnaround against Gabon in that opener. The penalty dispatched by Songari was spotted by VAR. Foul on Ibrahima Cissé out of corner, being held back. And then Gabon reduced to 10. Again, VAR spotting that the keeper had handled just outside his area. And there, from then on, Mali, of course, a far easier job. Diarra there with a foul that didn't require VAR intervention. Stamping on the foot unintentionally, nonetheless. Referee keeps his cards in his pocket for the moment. Probably in no hurry to get the ball forward, content to pass it around the back and wait to pick the long ball, which they've done so successfully, finding Tombura. He knocked it down for Traore. Has just run down a dead end in the end. One back though by Diombu. And the slide tackle then turned it into something of a bit of chest control whilst lying on the ground. It was enough to win the ball back. That was Mohamed Kamara. Nice ball forwards. Chance of the first shot on goal there for Al Gassimba. He had that flick earlier on. The first shot in anger. Lovely ball through, perfectly weighted. Tried to take it first time, but Diallo was there, getting across to block the shot. Great work by Naby Kamara. Now a chance from Guinea from the corner. Referee just letting them know he'll be watching, as will VAR. As mentioned, hardly know from that first game. The eagle eyes of those in the VAR box will be paying attention to everything, not afraid to hand out a penalty or advise the referee to enter pitch side monitor and potentially do so himself. And now, corner. Delivered in by Kamara. Number of players going up. Diarra is still down. Seems to be getting back to his feet okay now. Diarra getting a hand to the ball and then clattered by a couple of Ghanaian players. One of those going up. Pile of bodies at the end, but everyone seemingly undamaged. Sacco brought down. Very tall midfielder, 1.97 meters. Just about the tallest player on the pitch. 1 centimetre taller than his centre-back, Cisse, 2 centimetres taller than his keeper, Lassine Diarra. He was used, as I mentioned, more attacking position in the substitute appearances earlier in the tournament, and they tried to use that height to their advantage. Throwing balls into the box. That aerial threat on occasion during his club season. Sacco playing with Serie C Pro Vercelli on loan from Napoli. He scored 3 in 34 appearances there. He'll now return to Napoli and hope to get a chance there in the first team in the top tier. But now his defender Cisse that we mentioned having to do some work. Just about doing enough. A few appeals from the Ghanaian players, but nothing particularly strong. The referee happy with what he saw. And as we approach the halfway point of this first half, still waiting for the deadlock to be broken. Certainly, bar eased off there by Cisse. VAR will have a quick glance to ensure there was nothing worthy of a penalty there. I think Cisse should be okay with that one. In a looking to attack again. Camera on the left wing. Involved in a fair few moves down the left. That's a nice ball from Camera out to the right. Sumar looking to find his man in the middle. It's just about cleared. Crucial interception before it got to Al Ghassim Ba. And then hoof clear to safety. Corner's taken quickly. Headed away. I'm sure we will see that replay shortly. That is probably the closest either side has come. Just on the quarter mark of the game. Matter of centimetres, keeping Mali on level terms. Guinea have had the better of the last 5 or 10 minutes. It's pretty even at first, but they're playing the slightly better football for now, I should say. Mali generally struggling to find their way through, just lacking a little in midfield for the moment. Guinea very well drilled, hunting in packs, and they're again winning it back. This time, Seydou Cissé looking for the through ball to Bar again. Didn't quite come off. The back heel is asking a lot of Camera. He got there, or he didn't quite. Either way, it was a scuff. Nice idea from Momo Cissé. Maybe he just thought his left back was a little further down. Here is that replay. We'll see better from this angle. The ball out from Camera. Yeah, I think the touch there from Diallo. Yeah, taking it to his keeper. But for that, I'm not sure whether it would have been Diarra or Bar who got to the ball. I think it was Cissé rather than Diallo, in fact. And now another chance for Bar in the middle. Can't get the header on target, but Guinea are knocking on the door here. And Al Ghassim Ba is doing most of that knocking. Another nice ball in from Salifou Soumar, just a little too high. Bar having to really stretch to get his head to the ball. Not able to keep it down. Certainly knows where the goal is, Al Ghassim Ba. He scored the opener against Morocco on match day 1 before the hosts turned that game around. And he scored 12 in 10 for the Olympiacos B team. And you get another opportunity here. Soumar, again with good strength, gets the ball back. Looking for Seydou Cissé there, but not finding him. Mali, a free kick and a chance to push up the pitch a bit. They have been pinned back for a good few minutes now. Alassane Tamboura seemingly receiving too much attention in the shape of a block from Mohamed Camara for the referee's liking. Need to get a grip back on this game. You can see there, Guinea with 55% of the possession and the only 3 shots of the game to this point. Mali, I'm not sure they've actually got into the Guinea box as yet, as we approach half an hour on the clock. Fofana there, helped on his way by his opposing captain, who is getting very stuck in there, Boubacar Traoré. Again, a little too heavily for the referee. Hacking that Cissé a bit. mentioned, this the furthest either side has got in this tournament to the final four. The senior teams have fared a little better. Mali reached their first AFCON final way back in 1972 during their first participation, but lost that final to Congo. And then failed to qualify for another edition until '94 when they reached the semis. And repeated that achievement in 2002, 2004, 2012 and 2013. Until 2008, they'd finished lower than fourth on each of the occasions they managed to qualify. So a team for the big occasion, though arguably always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Guinea, closest they came to glory was a silver medal back in 1976, finishing second to Morocco, only missing out on the championship by a point when it was decided by points. Reached trio successive quarters between 2004 and 2008, also in 2015. In 2004 they scored the first goal against Mali before ultimately losing 2-1, conceding the winning goal in the last minute of the match. So history between these two countries at a senior level, creating some history tonight. Which of them will come away with a guaranteed spot in the Olympics? All there. Just wouldn't come to Diarra quickly enough. There's Hakibu Kamara rushing in. Diamande there. A bit of a loose touch. Allowing the ball out. It's been more a case of long balls forward, hopeful long ball forwards from Mali. Guinea picking their way through. Like I said, hunting in packs, winning the ball higher up the pitch. Have been playing the better football so far, you'd have to say, Guinea. That's more of a hopeful ball forwards of their own, which doesn't come off. It's tidied up by Fode Doucouré. Diallo with a few instructions on the sidelines. Now his side finally venturing forwards, earning a cheer from the crowd. You have to go back to Diombu to go forwards, and then fizzles out again, disappointingly for those in white. Not a bad crowd, considering the distance from Mali and Guinea to Tangier. Referee going back to check. As Suma is still down. Referee was happy with the tackle from Sako. Certainly got the ball. Broke away and earned a corner. Maybe a chance for Mali to threaten for pretty much the first time. As mentioned, plenty of height. You can see there Sako and Cisse furthest forward. Not a pair you'd like to defend a corner from. So much height. It does find its way to Cisse, but wasn't the best delivery in truth. Again, having to backpedal and only able to divert the ball out for a goal kick. Tombora himself, not much shorter than those two. Only a 1 0.94 meters. So 1 centimeter shorter than Diarra. Somehow 4th tallest member of the Mali starting 11, despite coming in at just under 2 meters. Guinea don't need that height. The way they've been playing so far this game. The acrobatics, potentially from Souma, bailed out of it commendably. Once he realised, I think, that he was only going to make contact with an opposition player rather than the ball. Forward to come again. Camera on the left. Nice ball inside to Cisse, who goes down right on the edge of the box. No significant appeals, and the referee not swayed the little that they were. Souma with the pop shot. Space here for Camera. Souma again. Sacco this time with the crucial intervention. But once again, making his way into a 6-yard box, looking for a tap in. Sacco using those long legs to cut out the dangerous ball. Once again, Diarra there, I think this time certainly in front of the striker. Should have had it covered. Sacco not able to take that risk. See that moment there on the edge of the box for Momo Cisse, spinning on the ball. You could say it's the 2 number 10s come together. Tongari only got the man and not the ball there, but I think the contact was outside the box anyway. Potentially why VAR haven't got involved, or is this what we're waiting for? Official word of a VAR check, but we certainly seem to have paused for the moment. The referee waiting for something. You can see it's being said there by Mohamed Souma. It's his birthday today. He wouldn't mind a present, rather. Have a penalty for his side. Big 2-1 for Mohamed Lamine Souma. Not a bad way to spend your 21st. And now there is the official line. VAR checking. Now I think the contact between the 2 players came outside the box. To see it again. Of course, VAR have many, many more angles than the 2 that we saw a minute ago. Be sure. They'll be agonising over this to ensure they come to the right decision. Brahima Fofana waiting patiently. Captain. Guinea haven't scored a penalty in the tournament. Benefited from an own goal in the group stages. The only one of the entire competition. It appears the VAR check is over. Check complete, no penalty. I think it must have been just outside the box. And on we go with a corner. Can they make the most of that in the absence of a penalty? The shot is wild in the end from Seydou Cisse. Catching it on the bounce as he fell. Sending it into row Z. Bar there may be claiming his shirt was being pulled. Again, that is something the VAR can check. If there is any substance to his claim. That's how Mali got their penalty on the opening day. Again, up here the referee is halting proceedings whilst that is checked. Traore getting a little frustrated. Oh yeah. And it is Traore himself who is the potentially guilty party. Certainly pulled Bar back. So Mali could be in trouble for the second time in 2 minutes here. Momo Cisse deep in discussion with Morlai Cisse. And another escape for Mali. Check complete. Not enough in it for those in the VAR box. Sure, he'll say he was never worried. Alara Diallo. He thinks that having many players who play their trade with teams in Europe is an added advantage. Diallo and his side, they've gained lots of experience in competitive atmospheres. Of course, as mentioned, Colli Sacco playing in Italy. But it's far from the only one. Sungari playing in Austria. RB Salzburg, but loaned 4 times in his time with the Austrian side. It's for the last season with Zulte Waregem. Or, just to correct myself, that was the previous loan. It was TSV Hartberg last season. Zulte Waregem just before that. Had to get many opportunities with Salzburg. He'll be hoping that will come. He's had an impressive tournament here. But yes, Boubacar Traoré, the captain. Parent club is Metz. He spent the last season in the Premier League with Wolves. Now returning to Ligue 1 for the next campaign. Diombu is another with RB Salzburg. His loan was with FC Lucerne in Switzerland. Freddy Doucouré plays with Red Star in France. And Cisse plays with Schalke in Germany. So plenty of European influence to the starting 11. Guinea has a touch as well. Fofana, the captain, plays in Sweden with Hammersby. It's Olympiakos for both Hakibu Kamara and Algeciras Ba. Turkey and Boluspor for Ulari. Sumar is with Le Havre. France and Momo Cisse with Stuttgart. Of course, that's the objective of certain players who play in these under 23, under 20, under 17 AFCON competitions. He's having a great time. Who needs goals, huh? Here's a party atmosphere inside the Ibn Battuta Stadium. To see that back on his feet and seemingly okay to continue. Only 5 minutes remaining now. I'm sure there'll be a couple added on for our various stoppages between VAR and medical timeouts. But back underway now. Once again, Colli Sacco with the interception. And again, he's everywhere in the middle of the park. Tombura holds onto it well. It's back to Sacco. A little slow. Robs himself and missing that one. And now here comes Suma to the middle. Blocked off by Doucouré. Picked up by Diarra. Some lovely through balls from Guinea in this first half. That one not quite coming off. Blockage from Suma. Laid it up almost for a Mali player, but they've won it back. Guinea will look to finish this opening half in the spirit they've spent most of it That is on top. Nice touch from Bar. Space on the left for Naby Camara. He moves into that space. The ball in. It's a nice one. It's still not totally cleared. It's with Camara. And his shot's blocked. Mali do eventually get rid. Got a couple of players down in the box. Nice ball in. Both Bar and Camara there, but I think thrown off by the slight deflection on the ball. Yeah, good work from Diallo, doing enough to put those off who are queuing up behind him. Eventually, Camara getting a shot off, but it's back somewhat to goal, and plenty of white shirts between him and the net. Sacco, it was again with the block. Might have been his mistake that led to that breakaway attack, but getting back to make amends in the end. Appears that Diarra and Bar back on their feet after that clash. Sure, Lara Diallo will have a fair amount to say at half-time to his troops. Not been the best showing from Mali. Maybe suffering a bit of a hangover from that penalty shootout loss. That's been a tough one to take. After such a dramatic semi-final, it was the host Morocco who took the lead, but Diombo equalised into extra time. El Wazani gave Morocco the lead again in the 111th minute before Maiga, and it's Isufi Maiga, who's a substitute today, found the equaliser again in the 116th minute. But then, as mentioned, Traoré and Diomande unable to convert their penalties. Mali having to resort to battling it for third. They've not really been at the races in this first half. It's a nice change of pace for Diomande, and earning a free kick after that drop of the shoulder. No hard feelings between he and Cisse. Just quick feet, and helped back to his feet by the number 10. There'll be 6 minutes for Mali to try and turn things around late in this first half. I have to say it will be a little against the run of play. I don't think they've yet had a shot, let alone one on target. That's into a decent area, and the header was a bit closer than the previous one, but still too high from Ibrahima Cisse. The linesman's flag did eventually go up. It would have been a very tight call. Cisse right on the line. In the end, didn't matter. Comfortable for Mori Keita to do a little bit of literal goal hanging as he watched it go over. Apology from Songari for loose touch. Good work from Bar out on the left wing. Nice turn from Barr as well. Holds on to the ball. And no appeals as he went down in the box. This is an effective final in the fight for the Olympics. Experience help hugely for these teams, and some of the Guinea players have been in a final before, the under-17s. Barr was one of those, along with Fofana and Ulare. But now, down the others, spilled by Mori Keita. He escapes. Mali showing their experience, and what an effort from Koli Sako, about 30 meters out, as chests Keita again. Mali finally turning it on in the final few minutes, deep into stoppage time. First effort, perhaps Keita should have done better with. Not a bad shot from Tombura, but not a huge amount of pace on it. It was cleared by camera, brought down, and then Sako smashing it in, and again Keita hard at work as we cut back to the live action. Did enough to snuff out any potential danger from that corner in the end. Well, under pressure there. The other end, Lassine Diarra. Referee didn't see anything wrong with that challenge. And here is Suma. And more action, I think, in stoppage time than we had in the previous 45 minutes. Side's getting going now. Suma looking for Cisse. In fact, it was Barr, sorry, pulling away at the back stick. Now Camara. Over to his namesake, Naby Camara. Once again, too much asked of the left back. Hear that shot from Sako, so well struck, and I think that would have gone in off the underside of the bar. And Mori Keita not been live to the danger. Wonderful effort. After 45 minutes of mostly watching from a distance, Mori Keita very busy in the final stages of the first half. If Sako will fancy another one of those before the game is out. For now, though, giving away a free kick from a similar range his strike came from. That foul on Hakibu Kamara. Well, not too far clearly for Sako. Is this within shooting range for whoever steps up for Guinea? Be either Camara or Cisse. It's the former. He went for the pass to Naby Camara. Once again, would have been a case of asking too much of him. But did he get a reprieve? The referee wasn't ready yet. Six minutes already added on. This time it is a long-range effort from Sedouba Cisse. That Cisse shot straight into the arms of Diarra, and that is the final action of the first half. Nicely struck as well, but just right down the throat of Lassine Diarra. And well, we waited a while, but the action did eventually come. Guinea, a good value earlier in the first period. Mali growing into the game, at least in stoppage time, really getting going. Both sides coming pretty close to breaking the deadlock late on in the first half. "45 minutes left in this tournament for them. 45 minutes to claim the bronze medal and a spot in the Olympics. It's a huddle for Mali as they plan for the second half.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by TotalEnergies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
It was Guinea with more of the possession. Just over 54% in the end and more shots. 8 to Mali's 3. Both with 2 on target though. And it was fairly evenly balanced in the end. We'll see who comes out on top for the second half when we return in a few minutes.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by TotalEnergies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
Hello and welcome back to Tangier for the second half of this third place match between Mali and Guinea at the 2023 TotalEnergies CAF Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations. Goalless at the break, and these two sides still waiting to kick into action. He did a fairly good job of that late in the first half. 6 minutes of first half stoppage time saw about as good a chance as we got for both teams. Mali with their first real shots in anger. Particularly impressive, the one from Koli Sako from about 30 meters out, which brought a dive from Murray Keita. Guinea have had the better of the match so far, produced the better showing. Wasn't a clear favourite coming into this game. Had a push. The bookies sided slightly with Mali. They do have more experience, but it hasn't worked out that way thus far. Guinea with slightly more of the possession, more shots, and a better value for an opening goal if one were to have come. We'll see if we get one in the second half. If not, it will be straight to penalties. Of course, even if we do get a first goal but they end level, it'll be straight penalties. No extra time, no messing about, despite the prize on the line. That is, along with the bronze medal, a spot in the Olympics. Just to confirm, for those joining us now. A bronze medal out for grabs, along with a chance at an Olympic medal. Certainly worth giving it your all for in the remaining 45 minutes of this tournament. And we're underway for that second half. Mali versus Guinea for third place and a spot in the Olympics. Final 45 minutes in the Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations. Guinea looking to pick up where they left off. Straight forwards for Salifou Souma. It's been creating lots of problems on that right wing. And it's actually with Camara. He found himself with the ball there after some good work by Ulare. Ulare bursting forwards again. Yassine Diarra with the ball, but staying down. It was kept in by Ulare, just about on the line. Not sure how Diarra hurt himself in that process, maybe something a little earlier on. A lively start from Guinea in particular. Nabi Ulare, the right back. Diarra is still down and being treated by the Mali medical team. Morlaye Cisse, I'm sure I've been pretty happy with his side showing in that first half. Let's see, Diarra is back on his feet. No half-time changes required for either side. 5 still in the pockets of Baulara, Diallo and Morlaye Cisse. see if they can put them to good use later on. Change of setup, if not, at the very least, personnel. Happy with, well, they started with 4 now. Sacco is now moving into a more attacking position. Yeah, he was working his way onto the wing, laid back, but the cross in blocked and diverted back to Mori Keita. Mohamed Camara goes long towards Suma. With a free kick here, much to the chagrin of the Guinea players. Referee Gamu Youssef, a stern look to those protesting the decision. It does look in truth to be a slip from Al Hassan Tombura, which would explain the reaction, somewhat extreme reaction, but perhaps justified, of the Guinea players. Either way, Mali with the free kick, but not with possession for long. Get it back though, in a good position. Opportunity to put the ball into the box, and the header is well saved by Mori Keita. Tombura back on his feet, back in the area, and nearly back on the score sheet. Diomande, and a nice cross in, just lifted up, and a decent connection from Tombura, in for his second goal of the tournament. Scored match day 1, late on stoppage time after coming on as a substitute, but a little too close to Mori Keita there, and the young goalkeeper able to palm it away for a corner. That came to nothing, but there will be another one here for Mali. Yes, a better spell for Mali, far more than they showed in most of the first half. Diarra with this corner towards the back post. Cisse beaten to it. Sangari lifting it back in. And a free kick goes against the Mali player. Maybe a high boot. See there, someone bundled over. It was Hamidou Diallo, knocked to the floor. He didn't appeal. He doesn't have to appeal for VAR to check. If they have done, deemed nothing necessary. There's your hashtag again, TotalEnergies AFCONU23. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering on in this penultimate Under-23 AFCON match. Another set piece for Mali. This time probably Sacco, bundled over. There are some options warming up on the sidelines for Guinea. Well, I see, say, expect it to be a hard-fought game. So, two fairly similar sides, he said. In the build-up, both teams are gifted and play the same style of football. The team with the better mental strength will win. It is shaping up to go something like that. I started saying in the first half, but I think I was cut off by a chance. Some of the Guinea players are experienced in a final, considering this an effective Olympic final, if you will, this third place playoff match. And that is Bafana Andulari and the under-17 side that finished as AFCON runners-up in 2019. Obviously, the under-17 AFCON. They lost the final there on penalties to Cameroon. So their own personal penalty heartbreak. More recent, of course, for the Mali players. They're looking to put that behind them, though. As Brahima Diarra brings the ball forwards. They win it back, lifted in by Doucouré. Again, battling Tombura in the air. Another strong aerial presence in the Mali side. They're yet to make the most of that aerial prowess. Saka goes down right on the edge of the penalty area. Again, no real appeals from player nor fan. Momo Cisse wins a free kick. There's that moment. Not a lot, in truth, that Fofana has done that. Two bleached players on the right-hand wing, very distinctive, Ulare and Suma. They've combined very well to this point in the game. Suma has been the biggest source of creativity for Guinea. Again, looking to create something there. Free kick goes the way of Mali, though. Barr still patiently waiting for a real gilt-edged chance. He's had a couple of half chances in the first 45. And nothing that's given him a real big opportunity to add a second. Clash there between two players. I think one is Tombura. Indeed. And sliding in the two number 20s, Tombura and Naby Camara. Innocent challenge from both. It was Camara who got there first. It will be a painful one for all involved. It's one of three Camaras in the Guinea 11. Naby, Mohamed and Agibu. Also got two Sumas, Mohamed and Salifu. And two Cisses, Seydouba and Momo. So I apologise for any potential mix-ups. Sometimes difficult to say the entire full name in the midst of the action. If in doubt, if it's in attack, it might likely be Momo Cisse and Salifu Suma. Tombura earning the first booking of the game there for that late challenge. Not his first yellow of the tournament, but of course no worries about suspensions. Also, here's the end of his involvement in the match. Makes his way off for Isufu Maiga. One of three changes though, Diakite also coming on for Songare. And Brahima Diarra comes off for Mohamed Ba. So triple change from Paolara Alou Diallo. See what kind of impact it has. So no chance for Songare to get a third of the tournament. And Cheikhna Doumbia continues to wait on the sidelines if he is to get an opportunity to do so. That That would get them a share, potentially, of the golden boot in this tournament. It's currently Emmanuel Yeboah with 3 and Abdi Ezalzouli got the 2 penalties in that opening game against Guinea. Of course, Yeboah won't be playing any further part in the tournament. Ezalzouli could get a 4th or a 5th. But as things stand, Doumbia and Sangare were the 2 of the 4 players on 2 goals. Sangare will finish with 2. We'll see if Doumbia is one of the 2 remaining subs for Mali. And now, looking at the subs that did make their appearance, Diakite in the first cross. Diombu just about hanging on to possession. Flicked on by Bar. Here's Diakite again, cuts inside. I fancy a shot, it's a deflection. Looked for a second, like it was going to take it to a teammate at the back post. It will be a corner though. Instant impact from the fresh legs introduced by Mali. Of course, left would have been offside. Hamidou Diallo coming in at the back stick. Now Mali have started their second half the stronger. Scuff shot in the end. Results in a Guinea goal kick. Seydou Bassissé not happy with something there. Not sure if that was aimed at his goalkeeper or someone else, but Guinea may be a little frustrated that the momentum of the game has moved a little away from them in the first 15 minutes of this second period. They were the stronger side for most of the first 45. Mali only really got going in stoppage time in the first half, where they've carried on that momentum after the break and threatened far more in the quarter of an hour we've had so far since the restart. Once again, Guinea unable to fashion anything, but they've got it back quickly as Kolisako slipped on the ball. Suma, a reflected cross which is still not cleared. It is now, and Mohamed Suma, the birthday boy, also putting it up into the air. It will be a Mali throw. Who the outright forward is for Mali, if there is one now. See, Traoré is currently furthest, the most advanced Mali player. But all 3 that came on, Maiga, Bar and Diakite, been used mostly as attacking midfielders and wingers up to this point. It's again the long legs of Kolisako. It's another interception. Danger not over though. Here comes Ulare. Goes past one. Can he pick up the right pass? Not quite, but the danger's not over. It's with Suma. And eventually now cleared out for a throw by Mali. Signs of Guinea getting going though now in the second half. Good work by the right back. Couldn't quite pick out a teammate. Take the corner short. Nearly lose it. Fofana. Nice ball in, but Bar couldn't quite get it under control. Makes amends by keeping it in play, winning possession back. Momo Cisse trying to buy a bit of space. Here's Bar again. I think that was a shot. And not a good one. Headed hands for the Olympiacos man. Party goes on. inside the Ibn Battuta Stadium. It's one of two venues used for this tournament, along with the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. That's where the final will take place tomorrow evening. Morocco and Egypt meeting. Either the hosts will win their first under-23 AFCON, or the holders will be the first to retain it. This stadium serves as the new home of IR Tangier, replacing the former Stade de Machat, named after the Moroccan Berber scholar and explorer Ibn Battuta. Can Guinea explore the Mali area? No, is the answer. Mali now breaking after Boubacar Traoré won the ball back in midfield. He's carried on into the box, but Diakite, having switched over to the right, wins a corner. Not quite happening for Guinea in the way it was in the first half. Now their backline is going to be more thoroughly tested. Sifi Maiga with the corner. He came up clutch with that 116th minute equaliser before the penalty shootout. Oh, we're not too far over. Maiga looking to produce the goods once again. Mazy run. Plays all around him, buying a bit of space, and then just getting underneath the shot, though. Keita watching it go far enough over the bar not to worry him too much. Instant impact, though, from the 21-year-old Maiga. Fofana, talking of coming up clutch. Ibrahima Fofana with that crucial equaliser against Ghana on match day 3 that saw Guinea into the final 4. They were going out as it was. Got through on goal difference in the end. Same points and head-to-head record with Ghana. It was, well, say a winner takes all. The draw was enough for Guinea, and that's what they got. Beautiful volley it was too from Ibrahima Fofana, captain. Fantastic, leading by example. Can he lead his side to a winner again here? Well, to what they need, at least. Equaliser on that day, it will need to be a winner here. One way or another. It's Mali who continue to thrust to the Guinea third. That one comes to nothing, though. Approaching the 75% mark of this game. We still wait. Deadlock to be broken. The impression that something that under-23 is of course your final shot at a junior level of football, or at least but anything below the seniors. Something is under-23 a little old. Should you not have major waves in professional football by that point? Well, not everyone's an early bloomer. Everyone makes their impact in their teams, and plenty of good players in this tournament in the past. 2019 top scorer was Egypt's Mustafa Mohamed, who now plays for Nantes in Ligue 1. He's had a decent tournament there with Canaries as they narrowly survived. Other players in that tournament included Ramadan Sobi of Egypt and Pyramids, Taiwo Awonyi of Nigerian Nottingham Forest, Patson Daka, Zambia and Leicester City. Certain Mohamed Salah has featured in the past in the 2011 tournament. Guinea finally make their first couple of changes. Souma had a great game. Didn't quite find the breakthrough in the end. It's replaced by another Souma, Mohamed, number 15. Will he be able to make any difference? The other Souma could not. Also, Usman Kamara makes way for number 10, or rather, replaces number 10, Momo Cisse. So some fresh legs for the final quarter of the game for Guinea. Still more to come, you'd imagine. Those 5 substitutes allowed. He's watching in the expensive seats. Not appearing to have as good a time as those in the stands. So it might be an enforced change for Guinea, with Nabi Ulare limping quite considerably there as he made his way to the sidelines. He'll be checked over before they decide whether or not other changes are needed. For now, the free kick, well dealt with by Lassine Diarra. Authoritative punch from the keeper. Currently down to 10. We can see there though, Ulare back on, so not too wounded by that coming together. It's now he with the throw. Possession has evened up, so it's 54, 55-ish in the first half. Now down at 52.5, and Mali with more attempts as well, closing that statistic up as well. Most important statistic is all level still. No goals for either side. And that change here. Find Diakite on the right again. Nabi Kamara still holding firm at left back. Let's look for a second. Like the substitute. Usman Kamara might be in there, just to add to the confusion. 4th Kamara on the pitch. For Guinea. Get the impression there are more Guinea fans inside the Ibn Battuta Stadium. The excited cheers a little louder when they venture forwards. It is Mali though, continue to have the better of this second half so far. And Guinea break here. Cisse looks to lift one over the top, does so successfully, finds Bar, finds Souma, and it's a brilliant save from Lassine Diarra. Oh, we saw Oli Sacco produce a brilliant effort from range, and that one is not too bad either from Agibou Kamara. Nearly caught Lassine Diarra out. Deceptive at first, looked like it was a diving save to his right. When he was diving to his right, but the ball was going to his left. He had to react with his left hand. Maybe oversold the save, in truth. He made that a little harder for himself than he needed to. Either way, kept the ball out of the net. That's the most important thing. And Mali now looking to break on the counter from that corner, but the ball not good enough from Maiga. Lifted in by Diomande. And the effort from Maiga. Punch clear. You know, miscommunication between goalkeeper and defender there for Guinea. Back to Maiga again. Laid back by Traore. Diombu. He scored in the semi and converted his penalty. Take his country to the Olympics. Oh, disappointing delivery in the end. Looks like Gassim Ba has shifted out to the left, potentially, since the introduction of Usman Kamara. Perhaps not, it's working its way back inside now. Maybe more of a front two. They were operating as a three. As mentioned, Mali without a clear striker on the pitch. Diomande having a whack as he clearly fouled Agibu Kamara. Yeah. Forearm to the ear for his troubles. And now Guinea with a set piece of their own. Is that man to take it? Usman Kamara. It's in low, knocked on. Gathered up by Lassine Diarra. Usman Kamara plays with Auxerre in Liga. Only made the 2 appearances and no goals as yet for the 21-year-old. But Auxerre surviving in French top tier. Kamara will have another opportunity once the season restarts next month. Lovely attempt from him there to bring that down. So into the final quarter of an hour, where either side find the breakthrough. Will we go to penalties? Surely Mali have had enough of penalties for 1 week. It's Guinea trying to make things happen though. Mohamed Souma not quite able to thread the needle there. Great work from the captain, Fofana. That almost, I think, caught Lassine Diarra out. Nobody looking particularly attentive there as that ball came in, and I think it may have just been dropping under the bar. I'd like to see a replay of that. Felt like it was floating out towards the back post from our angle as we watch on. Then it seemed Diarra had to just flick it on from just next to the crossbar. Change of pace from Diakite. That's through to Traore. Can he get there first? Not quite. Kamara. Taking on one, taking on two. Number two gets the better of him. Doucouré also plays his football in France with the Red Star. Started out with Reims in Liga. Initially a loan to Red Star for a permanent move a year ago. Good challenge by Ibrahima Cissé. It's a raw appreciation from the fans. Maybe I did those Mali fans wrong by saying that they were lucky in numbers. You can hear them now. It's another decent cross in, but well dealt with by Keita. He's determined to get that first clean sheet of the tournament. Traore bundled over in the middle. It wouldn't have got to him either way. Again, this is the angle we need to see. Yeah, I think that's better safe than sorry either way from Latin Diarra. Not sure if it would have snuck in inside the post. Definitely even something to think about. Colisacco makes way, and it is Cheikhna Doumbia who comes on and will go in search of goal number 3 in this tournament. Now Mali have their outright number 9, and it is the number 9. Turned 20, start of this tournament. Plays his football in the UAE with Shabab Al Ali Dubai. So a more attacking formation for the final 10 minutes for Mali. Sacco playing a holding role makes way for their outright striker. Maybe Traore will drop a little deeper to compensate. He's been almost leaning the line in the absence, almost playing a false number 9 role. Boulare forward to Camara. Continues his run. That's a great challenge. Great tracking back, and there's space to utilise here for Mali on the break. Maiga has moved out to the right. The attacking setup shuffled about a bit. It's the introduction, which is Doumbia. It's a first touch for the number 9, and then a mistouch from Diakite. Getting stuck in there, Traore. And if one number 9 wasn't enough, looks like we'll get another one. It's the end of Al-Qasimba for today. Didn't quite get his goal. It's the biggest threat early on, but Sarant Kante come on to try and succeed where Bar could not. game of chess. One coach makes their move, the other counters. He's going to come out on top, win the mental battle. Of course, with a large part of the physical battle played out by their players on the pitch. But the only one on the pitch now lays it back. And Diombu misses everyone in the middle. There is Al Ghassim, but scored Guinea's first goal of the tournament. He won't be on the pitch to score their last. Traore again, dominating in the middle, as he's done for Mali throughout the tournament. Started his career with Metz. 10 appearances for Wolves in the Premier League over the last 12 months. Didn't find the goal there. He's found 2 in 32 appearances so far for Metz. Metz, who should be back in the top tier of French football next year. It got a little confusing with some protests and whatnot late on in the final match day of Ligue 2. But if all goes as expected, Metz will return to the top flight, having finished second, along with Le Havre, which, as mentioned, is a team also represented today. Is anyone going to do their club side proud with a late winner? Five minutes left to do so. 2 number 9s on the pitch now. It's reassuring. They'll get some attacking football. Held up there by Camara. Guinea win the free kick. 2 players on the turf. Worth mentioning, the loser of this match will also get another shot at qualifying for the Olympics. The winner joining Morocco and Egypt as one of the top 3. Yellow card there for Mahamadou Ba, not long after his introduction. But yes, the 4th place team will play the 4th placed team from the AFC qualifiers in a playoff to decide that final Olympic slot. Both AFC and CAF getting 3.5 spots at next year's Olympics in Paris 2024, 100 years after the 1924 Paris Olympics. Nigeria and Cameroon, the only African countries to have taken gold, 96 and 2000. Brazil, the double reigning champions, having won their only 2 titles in 2016 and 2020. Guinea looking to make it for the first time ever. And on the attack here, there's space ahead of Camara, cuts inside. Cisse stands in his way. Diakite moving away from Ulare. Continuing, it's on towards Doumbia. Flag's gone up though. Mali have reached the Olympics once before, 2004 in Athens. Almost, well, what will be 2 decades later by next year's Olympics. Looking to repeat the feat. losing time, or running out of time rather, to get the work done in open play before penalties will intervene. Here maybe for Bar. It's working, the build-up was good, but the cross was lacking. They haven't really made the most of that surplus energy in those fresher legs. There was an initial burst from Maiga, Bar and Diakite. Since then, it's lacking a bit, as both sides have been in truth in the final third in this game. Of course, whilst everyone loves a late winner, and that's the case for both sets of attackers, nobody wants to be the one to concede late on, cost themselves at least potentially a spot at the Olympics, depending on how that fourth place playoff would go. And frustration there from Captain Fofana. Miscommunication between his two men on the right wing. His pass bobbled out harmlessly. Other captain, another number 8, Boubacar Traoré. The loose touch there, which gives the ball away to Guinea. Nice work from Camara. There is Fofana. He hangs on to the ball. He's found Ulare. Ball back in the direction of Ousmane Camara. Able to get a clean shot away. In fact, I think it was entirely a tackle rather than any kind of contact from the attacker. Indeed, certainly not a back pass though. Free kick as Mohamed Souma comes to the ground. Cheikhna Doumbia claims his innocence. 5 minutes of additional time. The 90 is up. This is it, the last chance saloon before penalties. We saw the both really start to get going in the 6 minutes of first half stoppage time. Well, we have a similar big finish to this half and this match. Get another booking. This one. Go the way of the number 20 Naby Camara. A genuine attempt at the ball, but only finding the calf of Sufi Maiga. Surely there's one more chance left in this match. 4 minutes remaining. Ball given away by Lassine Diarra. He wants to be the hero. Camera does. He's looked lively since coming on. He's to that ball first, and the ball has come back. Is this the moment? No, saved by Lassine Diarra. Naby Ulare, he had the chance. Said there was going to be at least one more. That's one of the bigger chances that we've had across the whole game. Good work by Camara. Found its way back to Ulare, but not able to find a way past Lassine Diarra in the Mali goal. Beating Hamidou Diallo to the ball left him with space. First cross in was cleared heroically. That one will be comfortably held down the other end by Mori Keita. Turns 18 next week. He's now minutes away from his first clean sheet of the tournament. Can his teammates match that down the other end with a late winner? There is space ahead of Cisse. Finds the right pass. Now what can Suma do with it? Not much. Unfortunately, trying to find a way away from Hamidou Diallo. One touch too many. Maybe should have come in like that, as was done by Usman Kamara. Have a couple of late changes, it sounds like. There's the effort. Good stop from Diarra. Another who plays his football in France, Elbi Chateauroux. Captain Fofana comes off, be replaced by Fode Kamara. Yet another Kamara. That is now 5, almost half of the Guinea side. Free. Pausing things there. It's a check. What could be, of course, a head injury. Mohamed Suma also checking on his opposition. That will probably be it, though. We will go to penalties to decide who will reach the Olympics tonight. Just a knee there from the new introduction. Body camera. Taking the armband. And immediately made his presence felt, specifically in the side of Mohamedou Bar's head. Unintentionally, of course. 95 minutes are up, and that was perhaps Guinea's last chance to put the ball into the box. Ulare will have one throw, which he will send towards the danger area. But Mali, as they've done all night, dealing with the threat. Almost 6 minutes on the clock. And there is the full-time whistle. We'll go to penalties. All the players collapse, either in prayer or exhaustion. And well, now perhaps their destinies with the gods, as it will be a penalty shootout. The drama and the unpredictability of 10 spot kicks, or thereabouts, perhaps a couple fewer than that, perhaps plenty more, who knows. He only needed 9 for these Mali players to fall foul of the host Morocco a few days ago. Question is, will those who missed step up again? You'd imagine so. Captain Boubacar Traoré hit the bar with his first penalty 3 days ago. It was 4 out of 4 for Morocco. Mamadi Diombo scored the second one. Hamidou Diallo scored the third, centre-back. Mohamedou Ba scored the fourth. He's just been subbed on. And fullback Ahmed Diomande also hit the bar with the fifth. Will it be those five again? They're all on the pitch. We'll check Nadumbia. Fancy an involvement. Freshest legs. And the team's joint top scorer with Songare, who's now watching on from the sidelines. Or from the halfway line, potentially. There's a chance for the goalkeepers to make heroes of themselves. Mori Keita, that young man, 17 years of age, still the youngest player on the pitch. Diakite, a few months older, 18-year-old number 18 for Mali. Lassine Diarra, only 20 himself. Keita and the first clean sheet of the tournament for himself. Diarra claimed his second after that 2-0 win over Niger. Which of them will be the hero, if any? Of course, could be a save, could be a miss. Penalty shootouts are the place of heroes and villains. That final team talk, who puts themselves forward for a spot kick. Captains meet in the middle for the coin toss. The second time this evening. Ferdy Camara having taken the armband from Ibrahima Fofana. The captain didn't fancy being involved, it would appear. Or maybe taken off either tactically or for an injury against his will. Coin passed off and nothing left to do now but head to the penalty spot. Camera getting involved there in the team talk. Final preparations for both sets of players. The coaches with reassuring words. Sounds like 11th, 11th, they have planned all the way through to number 11 in the penalty shootout order. The order of the takers. Of course, the incredibly rare occurrence that we were still all level after all 11 players had taken their penalties. It would loop back to the start again. That seems unlikely to come into effect. I've only seen it once in a match. It'll be 5 for each team, and then potentially sudden death. Who has the nerve? Who will hold it? The Liverpool fan there in the stands, and it's a Liverpool game that I was thinking of with that marathon penalty shootout. Beat Middlesbrough 14-13 on penalties in 2014. The 4th round of the Capital One Cup. Record equaling penalty shootout on that occasion. What does tonight hold in store? Lassine Diarra slowly makes his way to the goal line. Mori Keita jogs over to join him. Referee with a few words for the keepers as well. Sure, reminding them to stay on their lines. VAR have been involved in that sense as well in this tournament. And again, with Mali, that equalising penalty dispatched by Sungare in the opener was initially saved before VAR ruled that the keeper had moved off his line. It was retaken, he scored it, and much to that keeper's pain, he was then red carded by VAR a few minutes later. 0-0 stuff there. Will we get heroes or zeros here? Looks like it will be Guinea to go first. Lassine Diarra is hanging around on the goal line, and indeed it is the new captain, Fode Camara. Slowly makes his way, collects the ball. Ibrahima Fofana, previous captain tonight, very much led by example in this tournament. Scored the crucial equaliser against Ghana. Can the man with the armband now continue where he left off? He can, finds the net, and we're underway. Guinea, 1 to the good. Lassine Diarra went the right way. Too much power. Well taken penalty by Fode Camara. Will it be the captain of Mali who then steps up? No, it is Isufi Maiga. He scored, as mentioned, that dramatic late equaliser that took Mali to penalties 3 days ago. His 116th minute goal. He didn't take one though in the previous penalty shootout. Only fair. He starts off as his captain did, and he hits the bar with Mali's first penalty. It's a nightmare realisation for Mali. For the second time in 3 days, they hit the bar with their opening penalty of the shootout. Went for power down the middle. It was a little too high, clipped the top of the bar. And it's advantage Guinea. Head in hands for Maiga. Hero in the semi-final. 0 today, unfortunately. Long way to go, though. Potentially 8 more penalties. Can Guinea double down? Through Agibu Camara. No, it's a great save by Lassine Diarra. He goes the right way, gets down and palms it around the posts. And Mali will have another chance to put themselves back on level terms. Oh, it wasn't a save. It's at the outside of the post. It sounded like the gloves of Diarra initially, but no, it's the woodwork again. Agibu Camara finds the outside of the post, and again it's head in hands. And the player who plies his trade in Greece. The Olympiakos midfielder with a Greek tragedy tonight. So, take 2 for Mali. Can they make it 1-1 this time? Yeah, calm as you like. Mamadi Diombu said he was a player for the clutch moments. He scored the first equaliser in the semi-final. He scored the second penalty there, and he scores the second penalty tonight. Fist bump for Lassine Diarra, his captain, his keeper rather. What a penalty that is. Side-footed calmly into the top corner. Opposite direction to Murray Keita. So 1-1 after 2 penalties each. 1 strike of the woodwork each as well. Who's up next? There it is, struggling to get the ball steady on the spot. There you go. Number 4, it is Mohamed Souma. It's his birthday today. He gave himself a present. He can. Straight down the middle, into the roof of the nets, and restores Guinea's lead. Happy birthday, Mohamed. .21 today. Without a penalty dispatched. With the experience of someone a decade older. High enough that it didn't matter that Diarra went the right way. Now, can Mali equalise again? Yes, they can. Again, nice and calm from the centre-backs. Hamidou Diallo this time. Once again, matching the order from 3 nights ago. It was Diombu second, Diallo third on that occasion, and they both scored. They've done so again. Traoré missed the first penalty on that night. Tonight it was Maiga. Would it end up with the same result? Will Traoré take one? That's the question. Diomande, who takes the important 5th penalty, if we should get there, depending on how the next 3 go. Of course, 2 goals for Guinea and 1 miss for Mali, and that would be it. Mali won't get to take their 5th. And now, Usman Camara gives Guinea the lead again. That's 3 out of 4 for Guinea. York's substitute does find the net. He couldn't do it in regular time, but no mistake from the spot. Another nice penalty. Left-footed, high to the right. Lassin Diarra diving the other way. Looked cool, took it coolly. Kiss for the cameras and for the crowd. Number 17 now, Ahmed Diomande. He missed in the semi-final. Can he make amends now? He does, and that will feel good. You can see from the reaction. Demons laid to rest. Hit the bar 3 nights ago. The crucial missed penalty as Mali crushed out. In truth, they were already on the ropes in that shootout. Morocco only had to score the next one either way. Tonight, he puts Mali back level, and from here it's effectively sudden death. 3-3 after 4. Who signed up for the 5th penalty? Some can only watch on from the sidelines now. Arguably harder. Not in control. Now the question is, Seydouba Cissé in control of his emotions and his right foot. It's a save from Lassin Diarra. It's on target, but it was right down the middle. And Diarra Dive to his right, but stretched out that left hand and has put Mali on the brink. They started the shootout badly, Mali. Missed the opener again, but now it's the left boot rather than the left glove. Deceptive from the initial angle. Either way, Diarra, apologies, stretching out that boat and just making it work. Cisse gambling on the keeper, diving dramatically to one direction. Now to send Mali to the Olympics. And he's done it! Mali will be in the Olympics. Mahamadou Ba is the hero. And there's the final whistle. The three scorers from the semi-final score again, but this time Diomande scores as well. And Mali win 4-3 on penalties and book their spots at the 2024 Olympics. Demons laid to rest. Players making amends. A tale of redemption for Mali. They fell at the semis in a shootout, but at the second time of asking, they successfully booked their spot in the Olympics. Guinea will have another chance. Commiserations there from Diallo to Cisse. But Cisse and his men will head to the playoff with AFC's fourth best team and try again to book their spot at the under-23 Olympics next year. Tough to take for those on the sidelines watching on. They gave it their all in the 90. Guinea, they had the better of the first half. In the second, it went probably a little bit more Mali's way. Keita went the right way again there, just couldn't quite reach it into the side netting for Ba. And all the emotions pour out. Calm as you like as he took it. And a salute to his country. They'll be going to the Olympics for just the second time. There's what it means to Ibrahima Cisse, born in France, but Mali through and through. And celebrations on the pitch for the Mali players. They'll look to go even further than they did in 2004, crashing out at the quarterfinals to Italy, who went on to take the bronze. Who knows where they could go here. They'll be joining Egypt and Morocco, and potentially Guinea, at next year's Olympics in Paris. Wally Sacco's dancing. It's a tough one for the Guinea players. They'll dust themselves off and try again in that playoff. It was pretty evenly balanced. Guinea with the slightly better statistics overall, 52% of the possession, 12 attempts to Mali's 7, 4 on target to Mali's 3. A few more passes. But the one statistic that really counted was the goal count. Neither side